Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be cracking on with a Porsche 911. Now, as we want to accelerate this project due to the customer taking this to a show, we've actually got Rich in the background helping with the hole in the engine bay. While Rich is in the engine bay sorting that hole in the inner arch, I'm going to crack on with this rear quarter and get that flared arch fitted just like the opposite side, so that we can start to get the rest of this car put back together. Right, as you can see, this panel has a bevel on this edge, so this is actually making it sit proud of the original panel. So what we have to do is we have to bash this flat first and then we can fit it. Right, so as you've just seen, the guys and girls at Zach Lasers have dropped us off this LCM300 rust laser cleaner. Now, you can find these guys at www.zaclasers.com. What we're going to do is we're going to put a plug on it and have a little play, but you will find a little bit later on, we're going to release some separate videos on this. Right, so that's really, really light rust. We're going to try something just a little bit heavier. Even rustier. Right, so that was on the minimum setting. What we're going to do now is we're going to crank it up a little bit for even heavier rust. Laser rust removal isn't going to all of a sudden miraculously repair your car for you. It's not going to get rid of rust. What it does is it cleans surface rust. Now, like this bracket here that we're not going to take off, but it does have rust and surface rust trapped in the edges because there's still plenty of metal here. It's no need to take it off. All we usually do is clean it up as best we can, then neutralize it and then put an epoxy coat over the top of it. What we're now going to do is we're going to use the laser to take off any rust stuck in there beforehand, then neutralize it with a Dinitrol treatment and then put an epoxy surface on it. Right, that's this wing on. What we did with this wing is a little bit different to the opposite wing. What we did is we marked the panel up. We then cut short, about 5mm, cut short of where that join needs to be. We then overlapped this brand new panel on top by 5mm up to the original line on top of the original wing itself. And from there we spot welded it back in place. Now that's then the wing where it should be, apart from it sat on top of the metal, not flush with the metal. So then we trimmed in between our spot welds, and once that's done, that's most of the metal out. From there again, we then just trim a few of the welds back and take off the metal. This was actually attached to the original wing. This was the overlap. You then push your panel back and retack where you've just cut it out. Add a few more tacks as well. All you've got to do is make sure these are flush where your welds are. Don't worry about them in between, because after that you then get a dolly on the back of your panel and a hammer, and you tap them all round so they're nice and flush, and from there you can then weld the rest of your wheel arch in. Right, so let's get the front wings on and start with them flares. Now that that wing's on, what we've got to do is this panel here fits inside there. So what we've got to do is we've got to attach it to this wing, and then we've got to offer the wing up to the bulkhead so that we can mark it up with a pen, so that we can take this inner panel back off the wing, take this wing back off, then weld this panel to the body so that we can put the wing back on. We'll do it now. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Front arch is on, rear arch is on. We haven't quite got this stitched up, and there is a little bit of adjustment to do, but that's for the next video. If you've enjoyed the video, leave us a like and smash that subscribe button. Until then, we will see you in the next one.